Hi, welcome to Get Started in Embroidery. I'm Zoey and today we are going to learn hand embroidery. This art form dates all the way back to the 18th century and is still popular today. So let's go! So I'll be introducing the materials we'll be using today for our project. So the first thing that we'll be using is a wooden embroidery hoop. The one that I'm using today is a 15 cm embroidery hoop. The next thing that we'll be looking at will be our fabric. So I'm using calico today. So what is a good way to make sure that the fabric is good for embroidery will be to do this. It's not stretchy, it's good for embroidery. The next thing we'll be looking at will be the embroidery scissors, or the fabric scissors, or the fabric cutter, an embroidery floss. So we'll be needing at least 2 colors today: the embroidery needle, a marker or a pencil, and a 20-cent coin. So the first thing we would like to do is put the embroidery hoop over the cloth like this and centralize it. Place 20-cent coin in the middle and use your marker to trace a circle. So this will give you a very smooth circle, which will be good for your flowers. After this, draw a straight line down for the stem, and the leaves can draw a few branches out like this. Okay, so now unscrew the hoop just enough to remove the inner hoop, and the inner hoop will go under the cloth and centralize it. And now the outer hoop to go over, and you're going to press it down like a cookie cutter and make sure it's flat. Tighten the hoop until you cannot twist it anymore. Okay, and as you tighten, you're going to pull the sides and make sure that the cloth is stretched out and there are no creases. So let's thread a needle now. Pick a color that you want to use. So I'll be using a green first. A good length would be 2 arms length. And now you're going to cut it. Take one end of the thread and push it through the eyelet of the needle and put the 2 ends of the thread together and tie a knot. Make sure that the needle is in the middle, and this is what you should have. So now we'll be moving on to embroidering the stem and leaves. Okay, with embroidery, you always start from the back. We're going to embroider the straight stitch, which is also the stem, and you're going to start from the back. So we'll start from the bottom all the way to the top. Make sure that all the thread goes through. Okay, and now we'll be moving on to the branches and the leaves. Using the same thread, you're going to start from the outside towards the stem. And now we're going to start and move on to the leaves. So with the leaves, you always start from the outside towards the stem, and from the right side on top to the middle next to the stem line in the middle of the leaf. And you're going to do it in a crisscross motion and keep going lower until you complete the entire leaf. So now once your leaf is completed, this is how you end off a stitch and secure the back. So you flip this over, and with your thread and needle, you're going to go through any of the stitches at the back 4 times. Once you're done with that, you can continue with the rest of the embroidery stitches. So we'll be moving on to embroidering the flowers. We are using French knots. So the French knots are very versatile, and you can actually use different colors to recreate different kinds of floral designs. We're going to use a pink today to create a pom-pom flower. We'll take about 2 arms length of thread. Every time you embroider a certain stitch, you always thread it the same way. Hook your needle through to follow the outline of the circle. Okay, pull your needle through all the way from the back and place your hook on the table. Angle your needle above your stitch, and with your free hand, you're going to make a U towards your body. And with your free hand now, you're going to pick up this amount of thread from the surface of the cloth. You're going to wrap this around your needle 2 times, and you're going to turn your needle downwards and poke it into the same hole or close enough until it reaches the table. When it touches the table, stop. Do not let go of anything, and you're going to use your free hand to pull and tighten until the knot reaches the surface of the cloth. And once that is done, you can let go of everything and lift up your hook and pull your needle through from the back. You're going to repeat this step until the entire circle is completely covered. What you want to do now is to make sure that you have a 1 cm border around. You use your scissors and cut the border. So this is how it looks like with the 1 cm border. Okay, so what you will need is some white embroidery floss. Make sure that it goes 2 loops around the hoop of your size. Use your needle and go through the border in an in and out fashion, and you're going to go through the entire 1 cm border like this, sideways. Remember to pull tightly, go through the end with 1 more loop, and go through the last stitch here 4 times. So this is the final product. Okay, so the good thing about embroidery is that it's actually very versatile. Different colors will actually recreate a different kind of design and recreate a different kind of mood and vibe. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed yourself. Bye!